Breaker 19, this here's the DI. You got a copy on me there, listeners, come on. Oh yeah, that's a big 10-4, listeners, for sure, for sure. Mercy sakes alive, it looks like we got us a door game.
And that we do today. Super Rig takes us on the journey through the heartbeat of America, hauling freight across the country. This game uses decisions and asset management to make your way from California to New York City. You are given a choice of 3 different types of freight which you can haul: oranges, freight forwarding, and U.S. mail. It also tells you when you need to deliver the freight to New York City by. Once you've selected the freight you're going to haul, you then tell it the amount of pounds you wish to haul, noting that the legal limit is 40,000 pounds and you could take more, but we will get to that later in the review. You then choose the route you wish to take to get to the Big Apple: northern, middle, or southern route. So then let's set off and put the hammer down. Super Rig is sporting some seriously awesome ANSI designs. Here on the driving screen you can see the windshield view and your side mirrors, and you have all of your information available here to make some of your decisions, such as how much fuel you have, your speed, the local time and date, and the miles left to your destination. It also tells you your location and the road you were on, and the current weather and your personal status. Depending on what time it is, it will also determine if it is night or day, and the ANSI graphics will reflect that as well, which is an incredibly nice touch from the programmer. Let's watch as the miles start flying by as you start typing in the speed which you want to drive, between 20 miles an hour to 110 miles an hour. Many things can happen based on your speed and travels across the country in Super Rig. At one point in my life, I used to drive a 26-foot box truck for work, so I can completely relate to this game. You have to manage your time, your fuel, and the stops along the way in order to make your delivery. There are many hazards that you could run into, such as construction zones, weather, police officers, wait stations, and many more. If there is one place on the road that is crucial to any truck driver, and that is the truck stop. The truck stops in Super Rig allow you to do many things before setting off onto the road again. You can get your tires replaced and repaired, eat some greasy food, try to flirt with the waitress, sleep, CB radio other truckers, fuel, use the restroom, and the mechanics lounge, aka the gambling den. Depending on your personal status, you may need to eat or use the restroom, fuel up, and get some shut-eye. If you go to sleep, it asks you how many hours you want to sleep, between 1 and 12 hours, and you try to get some shut-eye. Sometimes you're able to sleep the number of hours you type in, where other times the noise only lets you sleep for a couple hours of rest. Also, if you select oranges as your cargo and go to sleep, the reefer truck runs and uses up some of your diesel fuel while you're asleep to keep them from spoiling, and you'll have to replace that. Some fun things you can do at the truck stop is gamble in the mechanics lounge. You can play coin toss, which is heads or tails, and the numbers game. You pick 1 through 5 and see if you win. Another thing you can do is flirt with the waitress. She either likes you and gives you a random amount of free fuel, or the jealous boyfriend comes over and punches your lights out, and you're out cold for an hour. Once you're finished with everything at the truck stop, you get in the truck and get it rolling again. One of the options while driving on the highway or at the truck stop is use the CB. Unfortunately, this feature is for multi-node use only, and it is an inter-node chat available in the game just like a live CB channel. Like many travels across country, there can be dangers along the way, and Super Rig has many. Sometimes you run into construction zones where the speeds are reduced to 35, and if you speed, you will get pulled over. You have to watch out for the speed traps, where if you get pulled over, you will get a ticket and a hearing in front of the Justice of the Peace, which will cost you time and money. After crossing certain state lines, you usually have to pull into a weigh station where they check to see if you are hauling too much weight. I was never able to carry too much weight, but I assume that if you're over a certain weight that you would be fine just like in a speeding ticket. And it might be possible the removal of the excess weight in freight, but I'm just guessing here. Weather conditions like rain and blizzard conditions can make the road slippery and cause you to wreck your truck if you are speeding too much. Sometimes you come across a blonde stranded on the side of the road in the game, ask you if you want to stop and help. There are 3 possible outcomes here. 1. You help her fix her car and she lays a super kiss on you and gives you some cash. 2. She tells you you're not her type and to get lost and you leave dejected and mentally scarred. 3. You take a look under the hood and whammo, you get cold cocked with a tire iron, and when you come to, your rig is stolen and the game is over. Ouch. Running out of fuel can happen if you pass a truck stop and didn't fuel up. You will get charged for the emergency service for coming out, and they can only bring you a 55-gallon drum of fuel. And sometimes that isn't enough to make it to the next truck stop, so it's important to manage your resources. Another danger that can happen is if you continually travel at the same speed over and over again, you may become mesmerized by the road or drift off to sleep if you're too exhausted and crash your truck and the game is over. Once you reach New York City, you will see a beautiful antsy skyline, and depending on what time of day you arrived, it will either be during the day or night, and there are a few of them. You then get paid for your load, and once your expenses have been taken out, you will see how much profit you made on the run. Or your truck gets repoed because you went into too much debt. All in all, Super Rig puts quite a bit of effort into making this truck driving sim as realistic as possible for a door game. I even checked the northern route against Google Maps, and it's a pretty accurate route running roughly from Bakersfield, California to the Big Apple. There are many special things going on in this door game Super Rig. Marvin Davis, I salute you on your outstanding masterpiece of a door game here. Many kudos to you and the effort you put into this game. I was able to do a run in this game in little over 9 minutes, once I got the hang of playing the game. I admit that it would have been very cool on a multi-node BBS to use the CB feature to chat to other truck drivers live in the game, but I might have just liked the posting wall version if it was on a single node BBS. Super Rig is quite the door game, and if you get the chance to try it out on your favorite BBS, do so. And for all of you out there that had the chance to play this back in the day, especially on a multi-node BBS, drop a line in the comments below about it.
So, keep on trucking and the DI will catch you on the flip-flop. Digital Infinity, over and out.